Hi, my name is Violet Valentine. I'm making 2008 style video blogs, mostly info dumping about my movie God's Country, and as time goes on, other things. I haven't made one of these in a while. Before I start, shout out Squish and Crybaby. You guys are so cool. I love your memes, Squish. I love hanging out with you. Crybaby, it's been a pleasure to make your acquaintance. You're two of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. And don't let me, sorry, back to the business of the important business of video blogging. I haven't made one of these in a while because I was in the ICU. I had a thing called DKA. It's a diabetic nightmare. About 4 weeks ago now, give or take, and it was awful. And I was much looking forward to the week it happened on because my wife was going to go to the World Series of Poker for 10 days, and that would mean I get a staycation for 10 days, and I was ready to commit some sins, if you will, to really have some fun and be silly and like have the place to myself and throw a party. And within 3 days, I was in the ICU and bad shape, and my wife was out of town, so no one was there to take care of me. Luckily, I have an incredible community I've built. I have some amazing people in my life, and the kind of people you can call and be like, "You need to drive me to the hospital now, and then you need to fight with doctors for me because they're not going to give me the stuff I need or I'll die." Because that's what happens in ICUs when you, at least in White Memorial, which I give a C politely. I really give a D minus, but I didn't die. Yeah, my friends showed up for me. They drove me there. They fought for me. They sat by my bedside for 3 days. And God, it's nice to have people who love you. Like, their community, trans people, queer people, we're all one bad day from ruin. And if we do not have people in our lives, somebody said community is the place you go to where you see that person you hate. And I think that's interesting. I think the importance of community now that I am a highly marginalized person, hugely marginalized. Like having some people who love you and will show up for you is the world, and I love showing up for people. And it's nice when they're there for you. Like there's no guarantee, no matter how much love you put in the world, who knows who's going to show up for you when you need them. And I needed people that day, and anyone who was there with me in the hospital, I'm not going to say their names, I don't need to. House first, baby. House of Blades. I will say, though, the ICU, before that, I don't like to talk about sad things, because to be honest, for a trans woman, I'm actually significantly less depressed than most of us. I think. I have bad days, we all do, but compared to some people I know, I don't post that I want to kill myself on Twitter that often. You know, like here and there as a treat. But compared to some of my close friends, I am a top 2% depressed in terms of depression for a trans woman. But ever since I got my FFS, for the several years I've been in transition, however long it's been, a few now, I always thought it would get easier when I got FFS. You hear stories about women. I got FFS, and it was the first time things got easier. And I always thought it would be, but I went to an in-network guy, and my life has not gotten easier. People do not gender me better. No one in society, it didn't make any significant difference socially. I have round 2 coming up. Maybe that'll help, but it has been a bit of a head fuck dealing with all the trauma of getting my hopes up and then going through a horrendous surgery recovery, an ordeal, and at the end just being like, oh, it's just harder to breathe through my nose now. That's the main takeaway from it. However, going to the ICU, nearly dying for 3 days in a horribly painful way, has really been the slap in the face I needed to stop sitting around and being depressed about that and just get back to where it was kind of repressed, but I was getting things done and I was in a good mood, and that's fine by me. We'll check in on this when we get our second round of FFS, or maybe third, but for now, we're pressing it back down, enjoying my life. It's fine. I was Catholic. I did not come out for a long time. I repressed it. I was fine. I had a good life repressed. And a little repression goes a long way. And I think it's something more trans women should do. More people should do. As a Catholic, the secret is repression. It works. In good news, speaking of, though, not to bury the lead from my original lead, but my movie is going to be done in 6 weeks. And it's going to be picture locked in 2 weeks. I've gone through so many editors. They're like Spinal Tap drummers. So many have wasted my time. However, I found my dude who's good, and we got a little bit of money from our producer. And Monday morning at 10 a.m., I go to his studio in Venice Beach, and we go through my movie that I'm ready to fucking give to an editor. I know exactly what I want, and we start saying, let's do some crazy shit with it. Let's take what I have, which I love, and make it Harmony Korine, make it music video, make it exciting, like blow me away with some like special effects and some outside the box jumping around. I want a fucking weird, artsy, druggy movie, and this guy gets it. This is my guy. 5 stars, Monday morning. I cannot wait. This, and then once it's picture locked in 2 weeks, then all we need is sound, ADR, Foley, color, all of which people we have booked and ready.